Good day, I am Flora Medea and together with my group we will be presenting our ecotourism management plan. So first is getting to know the existing situation of the Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort. Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort is a 1-hectare area and was constructed last February 2020. It is located in Barangay Emp-Osao, San Juan, Southern Leyte. It is a private-owned resort near the main road right after the Mercasa Bridge. Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort protects and preserves the natural resources or areas such as mangroves, mangrove swamps, natural lakes, and ponds that was formed due to riprapes and waterways. As of now, the Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort is on 25% development and it's under construction with estimated workers not more than 50 people. The resort has monthly income ranging from 5,000 to 8,000. Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort is continuously in process of development. The existing infrastructures are just one canteen, good for the kitchen area and a small store, 2 bamboo cottages, 5 to 6 groups of rubber chairs and tables, 5 kayak seats with its double-bladed paddles. And for the utilities, now they only have 1 comfort room and 1 bathroom available. Furthermore, land transportation is one of the great mode while visiting the site for its accessibility because the resort is just near the main road and only a few meters away from the town proper, so they can ride tricycle or hubble or just bus and jeepneys and others. So that's the existing situation of the Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort.
Tourism profile of San Juan, Southern Leyte. So here are the natural resource base of the locality. First is the national resource base. Lake Danao in Mount Cabalian. It is known as the hidden crater lake of Cabalian volcano. Emp-Osao Mangrove Resort is a new open ecotourism site in the locality with a comforting and relaxing area. First attraction is Mount Cabalian. It is a majestic active volcano and has an elevation of 945 meters or 3,100 feet with an 8.5 kilometers base diameter. Next is the Balila in Agayay, San Juan, Southern Leyte. It features the amazing view of Cabalian Bay and Surigao Strait. It is a 45-minute walk uphill from the Agayay Highway. First natural resources is the Pinoclap Beach in Barangay Garrido, San Juan, Southern Leyte. It is the best venue for family gathering or big group celebration. Next is the Tuog-Tuog sa Dagatan in Barangay Timba, San Juan, Southern Leyte. It is a new floating cottage to experience and feel relaxed and to be stress-free. Banalos Floating Cottage in Albroces Basak, San Juan, Southern Leyte. It is same with Tuog-Tuog sa Dagatan. It is a floating cottage also. Then the Bubon Dive Resort in Bubon B, San Juan, Southern Leyte. It is perfect for celebration or family gathering, and you can also explore their diving activities. Then the cultural, historical, and archaeological sites of San Juan. First is the St. Augustine Church or the Cabalian Historical Church. It is one of the oldest existing structured church that was constructed on 1892 and same as the Veterans Park. Then the festivals and events. First is the Solemnity of the Nativity of Saint John the Baptist. It is their town fiesta with the Novilijales, and their fiesta spans for 3 days. Then the Silabligan Festival. It means splashing of water. one of the activities during Town Fiesta celebration of San Juan. Same also as the Wet and Wild Party. It is an activity also during Fiesta, and the party starts at noon until midnight. Indigenous ethnic culture. Mostly Badja found in San Juan locality do not live on their boats. They wear colorful clothes and they are musical people. They speak also different languages. International tourist arrivals. So a tourist has an average length of stay of 2 and 1 nights and spend an average of 4,454 daily during their stay. And tourism receipts rose to 13.27 billion in 2017 from 11.68 billion in 2016, DOT reported. This is a big leap from 3.12 billion tourism income in 2013 and 7.9 billion income in 2014. Of the 1.51 billion tourists in 2017, 1.45 billion are domestic tourists and 58,000 are foreign guests. Domestic tourism segments. So for families, among the activities chosen by families in their travels are outdoors proposals followed by beaches, culture and leisure and amusement parks. They preferably stay in hotels and farmhouses during short trips as well as hotels, apartments, and campsites for longer stays. Then for students, student travel market has often been referred to as a lucrative niche market. There is still relatively little known about the decision-making processes and holiday behaviors of its members. Then Balikbayan. Balikbayan former Filipino nationals and their family members traveling together to visit the Philippines and planning to stay for more than 21 days may enter the Philippines without visas through the Balikbayan visa-free privilege. They may visit the Philippines several times within a year or they may stay in the Philippines for a maximum of 1 year. Package tours. So the tour operators target the 18 to 35 age group that is viable segment for package tours marketing. The potential travelers in this age group place a higher value on free time, flexibility, exposure to the local culture, and the opportunity to visit scenic attractions. Free and independent tourists. So they are the tourists that plan their own trips and prefer to travel alone. So travelers design their own trips and choose their own destinations. So the management tour operator can personalize their trips based on their wishes and desires. Scuba diving. The rising demand for experiencing adventure sports and embracing activities that have the thrill factor or an excursion is fueling the demand for the diving tourism. So the governments have been actively participating in promoting sustainable diving among vacationers. Other special interest travelers. They have emerged as a valuable niche market for tourism destination. It distinguished niche products offered in particular destinations, enabling destination to compete more successfully. So the management customized leisure and recreational experiences driven by individuals and group unique interests. Regional tourism marketing aims at being to enable the potential tourists of target market choose this region as a tourist destination. The State Tourism Agency, Tourist Board, or Government Department will have an important role to play in embracing this strategy, offering opportunities to consult and cooperate with a disparate private sector and preparing a destination. Private sector marketing. The objectives of private sector marketing are concretely defined and clear-cut. Sell more, same product for more, or increase the brand equity. Private sectors are organizations which ultimately seek to make a profit. They are not owned by the government. A clearly identified ecotourism product or service is the first necessity in delineating your marketing plan. Ecotourists will visit your business to attain specific experiences they cannot attain in the other areas.
6. Accommodation. Accommodation is all about making room or place where you will stay or an agreement about sharing something. When you are accommodating someone, you are making room for them or special circumstances for them. Examples of accommodation: Taps Lodging House in Barangay Santo Niño, San Juan, Southern Leyte. Phyllis Lodge in Captain Bongkarasin, San Juan, Southern Leyte. 7. Tourism services. Tourism services means a business selling, arranging or chartering tours, transportation of accommodation for travelers, or conducting tours including but not limited to both charter or tourist services, tour guide or travel agency. Examples of tourism services: facilities: ZAP Shopping Center in Santo Niño, San Juan, Southern Leyte. NFG Store in Santo Niño, San Juan, Southern Leyte. 3L Solit in Minoyo, Southern Leyte. Bokyot Design Print in San Jose, San Juan, Southern Leyte. Support services: Land Bank San Juan Branch in San Juan, Southern Leyte. Utilities: USSC San Juan Cabalian in Southern Leyte. DS Marketing San Juan in Southern Leyte. Flying V Gas Station in San Juan, Southern Leyte. Petron in San Juan, Southern Leyte. Emirates in Barangay Emp-Osao, San Juan, Southern Leyte. Communication: LBC Cabalian Branch in San Juan, Southern Leyte. Fiesta Cable San Juan, Southern Leyte. Mercados Baiti Shop in Santa Cruz, San Juan, Southern Leyte. Mavis Computer Shop in San Jose, San Juan, Southern Leyte. General Tourist Information: Cabalian Tourism Office. Gelo Travel and Tours in Purok Uno, Basak, San Juan 6616. Rescue and Medical Services: RHU San Juan, Regina Medical Clinic and Pharmacy, St. Joseph Health Clinic. Security: San Juan Municipal Police Station. 8. Human Resources Development. Human resources development is the process of increasing the knowledge, the skills, and the capabilities of all the people in society. In economic terms, it could be described as the accumulation of human capital and its effective investment in the development of an economy. Examples of human resources development: employment by sector. The academic sector includes college and universities that award at least 2-year degree. The industrial sector includes private for-profit companies and business. It also includes scientists and engineers who are self-employed. The government sector: most scientists are employed by the federal government, but this sector also includes those with scientific and engineering occupation in state and local governments. Private non-profit. This sector includes non-profit, tax-exempt, or charitable organization, including hospitals. Other, a small residual category, includes a variety of other organization contexts, with the largest single employer being educational institution below the level of a 2-year college, primary teaching at levels K through 12. Training needs: leadership development, interpersonal skills training, communication skills training, managing change, teamwork, management skills training, problem solving, customer service. Training available: Center for Workforce Development, hands-on and personalized training programs. 9. Issues or impact. Issues: humans impact the physical environment in many ways. Overpopulation, pollution, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. Changes like this have triggered climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality, and undrinkable water. Examples of issues or impacts: environmental: improve solid waste management, pollution control, and water and waste management. Climate change affects the entire population. Social: poverty and homelessness, immigration stresses, civil rights and racial discrimination, gender inequality. Economic: source of income are farming and fishing. The major crops grown are coconut, rice, banana, rice, root crops, fruits, and vegetables. Institutional. Institutions strongly affect the economic development of countries and act in society at all levels by determining the frameworks in which economic exchange occurs. They determine the volume of interaction available, the benefits from economic exchange, and the form which they can take. Southern Leyte State University San Juan Campus, St. Joseph College San Juan Campus.
Good day everyone. So this is the part 3, which is plan. Vision. To provide quality service and become your best choice of eco-tourist park when you are traveling in San Juan Southern Leyte. In this vision, we like to give all the tourists the best quality in an eco park can give. Second, goals and objectives. The goal is to improve the knowledge of local people, the public general and park visitors about the area's natural and cultural resources by means of educational and interpretative activities. So here are the following objectives. To promote environmental protection and cultural awareness. That means we have to nurture and cherish the natural environment to avoid destruction. Next, empower local people. If we have to create a business, we must also have the goal to empower our community. Lastly, it contributes to long-lasting economic development. This is such a common goal, a long-lasting economic development for us to rise up our revenue and higher capital. This is our desired outcomes to be accomplished over a long time frame or a specific actionable target that needs to be achieved within a smaller time frame to reach these goals. 3. Strategies, programs, and projects. So, here are our strategies. First is the implementation strategy. The implementation strategy refers to the execution of the plans and strategies so as to accomplish the long-term goals of the organization. It converts the OP strategy into the moves and actions of the organization to achieve the objectives. Next, coordination strategy. It is defined as a pattern in a course of actions to manage interdependencies among product development activities that are performed by multiple suppliers. Place branding strategy. It is a strategy for projecting images and managing perceptions about places. Funding strategy. A funding strategy is a written and agreed plan that determines the financial requirements of an organization or group over a length of time. B. Programs. So, this is our programs: Community Benefits Program and Environmental and Resource Goals Program. And as for the projects, we have the floating bar, ship-shaped function hall, souvenir shops with customized products, food and beverage store, photography spots, outdoor swimming pools. Number 4. Site plan and zoning. The appropriate zoning for marine protected area is fundamental to all other management strategies. Zoning is a mechanism for assigning overall management objectives and priorities to different areas within the site or protected area. And by assigning objectives and priorities to these zones, planners are also defining what uses will and will not be allowed. These parameters are usually based upon the characteristics of the natural and cultural resource base, the protected area objectives, and political considerations. The decision to guide public use using sustainable tourism principles is a type of policy decision that affects zoning. Managers guide their day-to-day decisions about the area's operations based in part upon the zoning structure. So these pictures are the illustration about our zoning. 5. Visitor Management Plan. All will pay an entrance fee to the park administration and will be accompanied by a trained guide from a local community. Visits will generally be split between day visitors and one for overnight stays. Estimated income will eventually rise to between 60 to 80,000 per year. The park will surely generate revenues sufficient to finance ecotourism management activities and generate a surplus for additional conservation activities. In this part, it analyzes visitor management techniques as a way to develop sustainable tourism in protected areas, which is an important tool in recreational and protected areas, as increasing use levels can negatively impact the quality of recreational experience as well as natural resources. To meet the requirements of both nature and visitors, a prudent and careful management is necessary. 6. Site activity management. Recording everything our occurs throughout a typical day in the order that it is done, all while labeling their activity correctly. Tracking the progress of what is done by each worker in a typical day is becoming increasingly complex as organizations grow. As for the site activity management, the ecotourism program will include is easy kayaking from the river of the resort to sea and beautiful trees of coconut and mangroves, a photography spot for the visitors. Intermixed with these activities are our
Capacity building is an important instrument to improve the ability of protected area managers to capture ecotourism's potential for revenue generation. Growth of recreational mangrove areas corresponded with the trend of mangrove recreation activities. With higher arrival of visitors distributed all over the resort, the capacity management of recreational mangrove will becoming more challenging. 9. Marketing and promotion. Usao Mangrove Resort is most poised to promote sustainable ecotourism. Every marketing campaign has a target audience, and while the local and region can be marketed as a whole, each recreational activity entails a specific target audience, because tourism is such an important economic driver to Usao Mangrove Resort. The resort is coordinated with other places in the area. This organization provides marketing circulars to the local resorts. Usao Mangrove Resort was able to jumpstart its development from rest house to public ecotourism site. Moreover, through different social media platforms, Usao Mangrove Resort was able to maximize its popularity even in nearby localities. 10. Institutional arrangements. The Usao Mangrove Resort has the support of the non-indigenous residents of Usao, members of retail and services sector, and a variety of community and action groups. The process for involving relevant stakeholders has been extensive and appropriate. This process started with a clear vision, and the concept was then presented to the people, organizations, and businesses of the town at a general community meeting. Time will be provided for questions and answers, and issues raised will be noted for further discussion and planning for institutional arrangements. 11. Action Plan. It provides the activities for implementation to put the strategies into action and realize the different objectives. The following are the plans that needs to be implemented for further development of Usao Mangrove Resort. 12 is monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation are fundamental components of any project, program, or policy intervention. In social economic development work, evaluation is the determination of impact or whether an intervention has achieved its objectives, while monitoring focuses analytically on the process of intervention itself, tracking inputs like costs and activities to verify that the intended protocol is being followed. Customarily, monitoring and evaluation focus on assessing inputs and implementation processes, whereas the current focus is on assessing the contributions of various factors to a given development outcome, with such factors including outputs, partnerships, policy advice and dialogue, advocacy, and brokering or coordination. Following are the key components for monitoring destination performance. Communities' well-being, management and monitoring, natural and cultural environment, tourism and product quality, and tourist satisfaction. Here's the action plan made. It includes projects, programs, activity description, such as souvenir shops, floating bar, ship-shape function hall, food and beverage stores, outdoor swimming pools, and photography spots, with its implementing office, schedule of implementation, expected outputs, and source of funds. Thank you.